Just about set. Tap Touch, WA Pacing Cup. And they're racing. Now, Myfield Marshall restrained at the start. Max Affair headed by Rock and Roll Lincoln, who's going to storm to the front. So Rock and Roll Lincoln, Gary Hall Jr. exactly where he wanted to be. Max Affair's on its back. Myfield Marshall for the moment is holding the breeze, but going forward is Galactic Star, and he'll get cover as well because Vampiro Brown is on the move. So Galactic Star will end up 1 out and 1 back, beautifully positioned, and Myfield Marshall will be right on his back. He's 1 out and 2 back. Then El Jacko, who's on the inside. Saying Grace is in the moving line, just a little worse than midfield. Run, Jimmy Dunn. Then the heavily back Volton Tin. He's back 4th last at the moment for the man with the pink cart, Christopher Voke. Down on the inside is Shannon Savalco with I'm Full of Excuses. Back 2nd last is our Max Factor. And old Jimmy Johnson, he's at the back of the field. He'd be about 35 metres off the leader. Down the back, and it's easy work at the moment for Rock and Roll Lincoln. He leads ahead. On the outside, running second is Vampiro and the old master Colin Brown. Max Affair and Cub Reed behind the leader. Galactic Star, he could not have had a better run here for Ryan Warwick. And then Myfield Marshall right on his back. Over on the inside is El Jacko, 3 back. Then Saying Grace, who's on the outside, 1 out and 3 back at the moment. Down on the inside is Run, Jimmy Dunn. And then Volton Tin, maybe the pace not quite quick enough for him at the moment. He's 4th last. He's over on the outside of I'm Full of Excuses. Back 2nd last is our Max Factor, and our Jimmy Johnson is at the back of the field. They don't look to be going hard. The lead time goes through in 1:37.9, and Rock and Roll Lincoln in the Prentice colours. He leads ahead. On the outside is Vampiro. Max Affairs running 3rd. In 4th place is Galactic Star, still 1-1. Myfield Marshall following his every move. He's 1-2. Down on the inside is El Jacko, 3 back on the pegs, and then came Run, Jimmy Dunn, covered by Saying Grace, Volton Tin and Voke, 4th last on the outside. Back 3rd last is I'm Full of Excuses, our Max Factor and our Jimmy Johnson. So they work past the stadium. They go in between the 2 turns. First quarter in 29.4. And the leader is Rock and Roll Lincoln. Leads by a nose. Vampiro's on the outside. Max Affair behind the leader. Galactic Star, he's 1-1. Myfield Marshall right on his back, 1-2. He has to go with Volton Tin. They were going too slowly, and he's about to peel out with Myfield Marshall now. But Galactic Star goes first. Field Marshall gets his back. Filling the vacated spot is Saying Grace, drives right up into the 1-1. Max Affairs down on the inside as they leave the straight. Second quarter, 29.4. Rock and Roll Lincoln goes for a sprint. Hall, he's about to go for home. Vampiro's under pressure. On the inside is Max Affair. Letting go now, Galactic Star. Myfield Marshall, he's about to pull 4 wide, but the leader's going strongly. Saying Grace is diving up in the middle, and then El Jacko coming off the back. Can Hall Jr. do it again? Rock and Roll Lincoln's got the lead by 2.5 metres to Vampiro. Max Affair. Myfield Marshall, he's winding up now. Galactic Star couldn't go on. Saying Grace trying to find some room in the straight though. Rock and Roll Lincoln, he is clear. He's out 6 metres. I think he's home. Max Affair. Here's Myfield Marshall. El Jacko. Rock and Roll Lincoln. He's stopping. El Jacko flies, but in front, Rock and Roll Lincoln. He has won the Pacing Cup. Rock and Roll Lincoln and Gary Hall Jr. and Justin Prentice. El Jacko 2nd. Max Affair 3rd. Myfield Marshall ran 4th, and they were followed by Run, Jimmy Dunn, Jimmy Johnson, and then came Vampiro, who ran a cheeky race. Further back is Saying Grace, and they were followed on the outside by I'm Full of Excuses. Volton Tin was a long way back. Galactic Star struggled from the home turn with our Max Factor, and Rock and Roll Lincoln has won the Pacing Cup here for Gary Hall Jr. and Justin Prentice.